Hello and welcome to the Finance Quarter. I'm Andrew Robertson. Have you noticed how often you have to wait when you contact a business because the person you want to speak to is at a meeting? In fact, many business people spend most of their days racing from meeting to meeting, and for some it can take up to 80% of their time. Management consultant Dr. Ken Hudson has studied this phenomenon, and he questions whether many of those meetings actually add any value for either the company or its shareholders. Ken, you've spoken to many business people who've told you that meetings are the most unproductive part of their day. Why are they such a waste of time?
Well, business people, particularly in the corporate area, complain a lot about meetings. There's too many, they're going for too long and they're ineffective. I think part of the reason is they're just used to running meetings as a default mechanism of how to solve problems or make decisions, when in fact there may be other sharper, quicker, faster ways of doing it. They don't take it seriously enough, they're not trained in it, and there's no role model. So I think there's lots of problems with meetings.
What are those sharper, quicker ways of doing it?
Well, I think before you call a meeting, and I think a meeting is really a last resort, I think that you have to understand why you're calling a meeting, what are the goals of the meeting, and then maybe there's another way that you could resolve that situation. It could be an email, it could be a quick chat. One of the leaders I interviewed in my recent research basically said whenever he was asked to go to a meeting, he rang up the person and said, well, can we sort it out over the phone? And he said in about 50% of cases he could do that straight away. So I think if you're going to get a lot of people together, and they're expensive and it takes a lot of time, you have to have a really crystal clear purpose why you're doing it and what you're trying to achieve.
Well, there'll be a lot of business people watching this who'll be thinking, I have to talk to